Here's a way that people try to intentionally create confusion around trans people, our bodies, and where we belong in society. So look at the language in this comment. Just wait until that little girl loses her spot on a podium to a man in a dress. We'll see what tune she sings then. And you'll see that people do this quite often, especially lawmakers, when they're talking about trans kids in sports. They try to conjure up the image of a young girl, a 10 or 11-year-old girl, competing against a grown-ass man. And maybe those people don't have kids. I don't have kids either, but I know enough to know that's not how youth sports works. Young kids are never playing a sports against adults. But talking about a man in a dress is a way to create this picture of a grown adult transitioning to try to take advantage of young people. And they use this ridiculous scenario to create concerns about safety and fairness in sports. They have to do this through using adult imagery because it is totally safe and totally fair for young trans kids to compete with cisgender kids, as they had been doing for decades without problems before this became a political firestorm. Young people are competing against young people. There are age categories, there are grade categories, and in no case are adults ever competing against kids. When you have a trans girl on a girls' team, there are 0 boys on that team. We have to start with the belief that trans people are who they say they are. And that's the first problem with a lot of these conversations. People like this don't believe that. So if you ever see comments that are talking about grown men competing against young girls, call bullshit. That is not how sports work. That is not what it means to have a trans athlete on your team, and it just doesn't happen.